People have mouths, and those mouths do not say the kindest words. If you're in the middle of a fight with someone, do not tell them to kill themselves. What? Depression? Gone. When you get in the classroom, depression is cured. Hey kitty girls, and welcome back to another video on this lovely day you're watching this. Today's video is a high school advice video for all you little freshmen out there. Unless you're like older and you're watching this video, then I don't really know why you're listening to a sophomore, because that's the catch. I am a sophomore, but let's just say that I've already been through enough. And that cry wasn't even stress related. Hold on, I have to check my hair to make sure that I look good. So back to what I was saying, I have a bunch of notes on my MacBook of things that I want to say, because let's just say I cannot talk off the top of my head because I stutter, I stammer, I stop. That's embarrassing. Rule number one, don't embarrass yourself. I'm just kidding. Embarrassment is a figment of your own mind. Let's start off with the first category. All right, folks? So let's just say that the workload isn't too bad. In my opinion, it wasn't that bad for freshman year. If you procrastinate, which I don't really recommend because I'm a procrastinator, and let's just say things did not work out in my favor. I lacked timing. I lacked a work ethic. When the deadline was around the corner, I would bawl my eyes out in stress. So don't procrastinate and do stuff before time. In group projects, try to do your part only, because you don't want to be the person who's like doing all the work and then you're like, I hate everyone here because nobody did any of their work. I take it that back, actually. If they're not doing anything, then please do the work for them. It's really whatever you want. Try your hardest to maintain your grades, because you need to be paying attention in class or you're not going to get everything. Because there were times where I would fall asleep in class and then I would wake up and there would be practice problems on the board, and I would look at the problems and I would be like, what the absolute F is this? Like, literally, who allowed this to be on the board? So with that being said, don't fall asleep. When you get into class, don't think about anything besides class. And as soon as you walk in, every single problem in your life is gone. Your friend drama, gone. The boys on the hallway, gone. The girls on the hallway, gone. What? Depression? Gone. When you get in the classroom, depression is cured. I'm just kidding. You know, algebra sucks. It's my favorite subject. So now let's talk about dating and crushes. Do not do it. I repeat, do not do it. Listen, try your absolute hardest not to think about someone that you have feelings for in the middle of class. Because one, you'll either get upset. Two, you're either just gonna stop thinking about your schoolwork. Or three, I don't know. Like, what are you gonna do? Moral of the story is that you're gonna get distracted and you just shouldn't think about your crush in the middle of class. If you want to keep something private, like between you and your significant other, you can't tell anyone. Because once you tell one person something in high school, the whole school is going to know. Because secrets do not exist. I'm sorry. Write it down in a journal and keep that journal at your house, for a matter of fact, in case you leave it somewhere. And then your journal gets posted everywhere, like how that happens in the movies. The movies are real. Secrets and privacy are a non-existent figment of your imagination. For the love of God, if you are a freshman, do not date a senior. Do not date a senior. Don't do it. Not even for yourself. I mean, yes, for yourself, because you know, pedophilia is real. There are predators out there. But also for your image, like especially for one of those people that care what people say about you. Even if you don't, it's still weird, and people are still gonna be saying things about you if you're sitting here dating a senior. Break up with them. If you're gonna date someone, 2 years max. Not even 2 years, like 1. If you're gonna date someone, make sure that you're serious about it, because 1-week relationships are not cute and they don't even exist. Like, if you're dating someone for 1 week, then that's not a relationship. Don't count it. Don't tell anyone about it, because when you break up, it's just gonna be embarrassing for you.
Also, if your man is cheating on you and you know that he is, but you're still with him, break up with him, because everyone's gonna think you're dumb. If you know that he's cheating on you and then you go to the girl that he's cheating on you with and get mad at her and not him, that's just embarrassing. Thank you.
And speaking of breakups, when you do end up breaking up, because come on, it's high school, no one really stays together the entire majority of high school. So if you guys break up, try to stay composed because know that it's just high school and there's so much more life left to live. Or actually, if you never end up dating anyone in high school, that's fine. That is so fine. Just like that guy that you saw in the hallway that you never told that you liked him. You only live once. If you have a crush, tell them that you like them and then you'll get rejected. But that'll be fine because it's just high school or you won't get rejected. Okay, anyways. So yeah, YOLO, that's another thing. High school, it goes by pretty fast. I mean, I'm saying that like I'm a senior, but really, I'm a sophomore. But listen, it still goes by really fast. Like I was thinking about it like yesterday and I'm like, oh wow. In a couple years, I'm gonna be out of this house. I'm gonna be doing the adult thing and being mature. That means no more D's nuts jokes. Let's talk about friends. Friends come and friends go. That's it. I recommend joining clubs to find friends. Well, in my case, I joined clubs, but I didn't really get any friends from clubs because, to be honest, the clubs that I joined are just for like my interest as well as to say that I had extracurricular. But you should join clubs also for the mere fact that you want to get friends, because if everyone is joining that club, then you can get a friend possibly if you don't have one. Oh, and also if you're going into high school and you have a friend from middle school, just know that you're not going to have that friend for the rest of time. Because people drift apart, people grow, and people change, and sometimes the friendship doesn't last. But there are other times where people have been friends for like 5-6 years after high school and they met in middle school. So, you know, it could really be either or. You guys could either be friends for the rest of your life or you guys could stop being friends by your sophomore year. That's just how time works. Friends come and go, but drip is forever. I wrote it down in my notes. Was it funny? No, it wasn't funny. I'm like really unfunny sometimes. Oh, also, if you're awkward, that's fine. If you have social anxiety, that's totally fine. But you have to push yourself to get out there. You have to insert yourself into conversations or you're not gonna become friends with people. Like me, I'm gonna use me and one of my friends as an example. She's really awkward. I'm not. Okay, but sometimes I am awkward. So in this situation, I'm awkward. I inserted myself into conversations in the least embarrassing way because, again, embarrassment is just in your head. Other people sometimes are like, oh, that was really embarrassing, but most of the time it's just like, no. You can think that something is so embarrassing, but other people will not. In the first couple weeks of school, I forced myself to talk to her. Well, not forced myself to, I wanted to, but because I was socially awkward, I had to force myself to. And in the end, we are friends in this current moment, and I was just texting her. You can get a friend even when you are socially awkward. Do not talk bad about your friends. Even if you're talking a little bit bad to one of your friends about another friend, that friend will tell your friend, and then your friend may not say anything to you, but they'll know, and they'll be keeping tabs on you, and then you guys stop being friends, and it'll be like, she was an op. This might come as a really big shock to some of you guys, but everyone is fake. And I know I just said not to talk bad about your friends, but that is not humanly possible because in this generation, everyone has said something bad about everyone. Let's talk about drama. If you're having drama with your boyfriend or girlfriend or friend that isn't a friend but also isn't not a friend but is still a friend, everyone is gonna know. Like I said, this is high school. Everyone knows everything, either on social media or in real life or from a conversation that they had a couple weeks ago. Oh, don't send nudes. Don't do it. But another thing about drama is that even if you are having like beef with your best friend or your boyfriend or whatever, once people know, people are gonna be like, oh, and then they're gonna forget about it because it's also high school, so stuff happens like every other day or every single day. And so it'll just replace what you are having drama about. So if there's rumors about you or something happened and somebody posted on social media and you're being embarrassed or you're being exploited, just know that if it's really bad, give it a week. If it was a little bit bad, give it like a day and everyone will forget or not. Don't be nosy to the point where you get yourself involved. It's okay to be nosy a little bit because obviously when something happens, people are gonna want to know, but it's like, don't get too involved to the point where it's like, oh, whose side are you on? Oh, you're a bad person. Oh, this, oh, that. Because let's just say I've been there before at least twice and it wasn't cute. Do not start drama. Avoid drama at all costs. It's just not worth the time. It's a waste of time and a waste of your energy. Why would you ever allow that to happen when it could have been prevented? Because once again, you'll be seen as a bad person and people will be talking about you. Now, let's talk about insecurities. As developing adolescent teens. What is an adolescent?
Adolescence is a transitional stage that generally occurs during the period from puberty to adulthood.
Like I said, as developing adolescent teens, we have a lot of insecurities. I'm talking about insecurities that we don't even talk about, insecurities that we do talk about, insecurities that we don't want to talk about, all kinds of insecurities. If you notice someone is insecure about something in the slightest way possible, or if you feel like making a joke out of something about a person, don't freaking do it. Even if you're angry, or even if you're sad, or even if, I don't know, something has happened and you feel like insulting someone, don't freaking do it. Because that will stay with that person forever. Someone said something about my hands a couple years ago, and to this day, I'm still a little bit, actually I'm not really self-conscious about my hands anymore. I don't really care, but I still think about it to this day. When they call my hands big and they call them man hands, I mean, it's true, but like, that really hurt my freaking feelings. And it was just supposed to be like a little playful joke, or maybe it wasn't. I feel like I was getting bullied in that moment because that same year, I was getting bullied really bad. So it was like, that was definitely not a jokey joke. It was definitely like a I hate you kind of moment. Yeah, just don't comment on anybody's physical features ever unless it is a direct compliment. Even indirect compliments like, oh, you look better like this, that could also affect a person. Like if you say, oh, you look better with your makeup on, or oh, you look better without makeup on. It's just like, oh, so I'm ugly the other way. That kind of stuff gets to people. Always. Even if you think that it's just like a little joke, it is not just a joke. That stays with you. It sinks into your heart and into the depths of your soul, and it never leaves you. You should really build your self-esteem up before you get into high school. Like, I know the summer is about to end, but in August, I recommend looking at yourself in the mirror every single morning, at least for like a month or two, and being like, I'm beautiful, I'm handsome, I'm fine, I'm hot, I'm pretty in the mirror. Because the hallways, the comments, the people are not always the nicest, and people have mouths, and those mouths do not say the kindest words. So you will be called ugly even if you're not. So just build your self-esteem up now because it will be demolished. Don't say mean things to people. Be nice. It's so easy to be nice. Sometimes it's even hard to think of insults, and it's so much easier to think of compliments. If you're in the middle of a fight with someone, do not tell them to kill themselves, because high school is a depressing place, and who knows? One day they might actually end up doing it. It's just the truth. It's really depressing out here in these streets. It's really depressing. It is very depressing. So just don't tell anyone to kill themselves, because then if they actually do, you're gonna feel really bad about it. Let's talk about how to remain happy within these dreadful 4 years. I personally recommend Friends because I never laugh at anything unless I'm laughing with a friend. My most genuine laughs are when I'm with people that I love. Find a friend. It could be anyone, like literally anyone. As long as they're actually nice to you, make sure that your friend is nice to you and you don't become friends with bad people. Insecurities could also make you really depressed in high school, but let's just say that you need to be focused on the good quality of life and not how you look all the time. Because as someone who really cares about their appearance, it sometimes gets to the point where if I don't look good, then I feel bad the entire day. And it shouldn't be like that. I should be able to go outside and look bummy and still be happy. But sometimes if my hair isn't done, or I look ugly in general, or I don't know, something about me is upsetting me that day, I make that disrupt my entire day. Think about, I don't know, life and how sometimes it can be good. Unless your life is really bad, then I don't really know what to tell you. Be focused on getting money, not the fact that life is disgusting. Okay, so that's pretty much it. If you have any other questions about what to do in high school and probably some more stuff on like workload, it's really not hard at all. High school is well, freshman year is super easy. I can't say for all of it, but freshman year is super easy and it'll be fine. You'll be okay for sure. And just know that life is short, so you should definitely act on all of your feelings. Not all of them, not all of them. If you're angry, don't act on it. Just keep it in there or write it down, please, or scream. Screaming is good too, but not at somebody, scream alone. It releases good enzymes and good endorphins, or go for a run, or go for a bike ride really fast. Or if you can drive, I don't know why you can drive as a freshman, but go for a bike ride. Go for a bike ride and ride that bike real fast. It'll get the heart pumping. So with that being said, thank you all for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Good luck in high school, kitty girls, and I will see you in the next